They don't get much closer than that any time of year, regular season or playoffs. And, just an amazing sequence of events. What a shot, what a play at the end. And Reggie Miller's in the building. So you got to feel like that gave us a little bit of good fortune as well. So really proud of the group. Rough week, a lot of games, lousy setup back-to-back, playing a team that's rested, but nobody complained. Everybody just put their head down and was ready to play and try to do their job, and so we had to be very resilient in this game. We were, and the shot Tyrese hit is, that's one they're going to be talking about for a lot of years.
Rick, how much has that play evolved since Jenny put it in and you guys ran it in the playoffs last year?
Yeah, that's the Sue Bird, Jenny Busick flag football play, and Mike Weiner's kind of done some of the refining of it, and Mike does our special team stuff, and he drew it up. So it was you're just hoping to create some confusion and get a look, and Tyrese made great move to the ball, and there was momentum, and there was a foul. So, very, very special set of circumstances. Very fortunate.
Pascal said, tough players make tough plays when he did his post-game interview. What can you say about Haliburton returning from injury today and having a moment like that?
Yeah, and we were really watching his minutes closely. That's the number one defensive team in the league since January 1st. And they play big, they play strong. Prince is a physical defender, made it tough on Ty all night, and we just had to find a way to keep pace in the game and to keep attacking. And so down the stretch we had some really good looks that didn't go in, and in those situations, it's easy to drop your head and feel sorry for yourself. Our guys didn't do it. They kept their heads up. They kept playing. They kept fighting, and gave themselves a chance.
Just to keep on that piece, it did seem like you guys created a lot of good looks that you just weren't able to knock down. Just what did you like about overall operation tonight? It just seemed like everybody kind of functioned seamlessly with Tyrese back in there. You guys were able to get a lot of at least opportunities, even if they didn't go down before that one.
Yep, much better than last night. We struggled last night. We were off. Our prep session today was not long on the court, but we were able to clean some things up. And it's probably becoming a tired term, but we are a basketball ecosystem that is very reliant on its total sum parts to function at its best. And so, getting Ty back, getting Mathurin back the last couple of games is key. Mathurin was great off the bench tonight. Obi Toppin, he got jerked in and out a little bit because of all the matchup stuff that was going on, but he went back in the second half and kept his head up and attacked and made a couple of huge plays. And so that's the kind of spirit we got to have. That's the kind of team we got to be, and this is what basketball in the state of Indiana is. It's selfless and it's determined.
What do you like about Pascal on both ends? Obviously, he's very efficient shooting the ball and getting his buckets, but he obviously gives you that volume that you can put on Giannis as a kind of primary defender. You had a kind of a manageable number, out of Giannis, 19, considering what you've seen from him before. What do you like about not only the defense, but also the rebounding and the scoring from Pascal tonight?
Yeah, Pascal's a great player. He's an all-star. And he and Tyrese together are a tremendous tandem, and they set the table for a lot of what we're trying to do here. And as you've seen, over the last couple of years, we try to always keep one of them in the game. Ran Pascal longer in the beginning of the game with the Giannis matchup. It felt tenuous there in the first quarter. We needed him in there, and so that kind of screwed things up for Obi in this game. But some nights you just got to find a way, and teams like ours, got to be resourceful. And So, Pascal was great. And during that stretch in the first quarter, I think, I called a second timeout, which nobody likes to do, to get him back into the game. And then I think we went on a run and got a 4-point lead going into the second quarter. So, it's important to play from in front whenever you can, as often as you can.
Sebastian, because you mentioned Mathurin, what did you like about his approach? You talked before about him driving too much into crowds. It looked like he was doing a lot of things you've been asking from him tonight. What did you like about the efficiency of your that kind of quick decision making as well?
I thought he spaced the floor well. I thought he was very disciplined and patient. The second half it became a very physical back and forth type thing, and he found ways to manufacture some free throws and to make some things happen. And that's the real huge value of a guy like him. In a game that is a rock fight kind of game, he's gonna rise to the occasion. He's gonna make some important things happen, which he did.
Thanks, guys. It'll be,